Hello, and morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Samuel Nick and welcome you to Edison Online Academy. In this tutorial, we'll be modeling a concentric reducer, a 10-inch by 8-inch concentric reducer using AutoCAD. So without wasting your time, let me move over to the software itself. So like I said, that will be modeling a 10-inch, 8-inch, a 10 by 8-inch reduced concentric reducer. So please, before I continue, I would like you to subscribe to my channel, like my video, drop your comments, click on the bell icon so that you'll be notified whenever I paste any new tutorial, any new video. Thank you. So right now, we are in our 3D modeling environment. If you're in the drafting environment, 2D environment, to access this window, you have to click on the gear icon here, this gear icon here, the drop-down arrow. When you click on the drop-down arrow, you now switch over from drafting to 3D modeling. Mine is already on 3D modeling, and it will take you to this window. Now, this is the visual view control. This is the visual style control. The view control would likely going to be on top. That is top view. That is your plan. So now, in this video, we're going to change this to front. So change that to front. So now this is the dimensions for our 10-inch by 8-inch concentric reducer. This is the outer diameter. Sorry, this is the 10-inch dimension for the 10-inch side, outer and inner. This is the dimension for the 8-inch side, outer and inner. Okay, so what are we going to do right now? Let me quickly show you pipe data. On pipe data, this is a 10-inch by 8-inch reducer. The distance that separates the 10-inch side from the 8-inch side is 178 millimeter. So the separation between the two faces is 178 millimeter. So we're going to make use of this distance. Okay. So right now, let's just go ahead. The first thing we're going to do is we'll draw a line of 178. We're going to use center line layer to draw that line. So already I've already set my layers. These are my layers. I have center line, dimension line, ID for internal diameter, and OD for outer diameter. So I'm going to choose the center line layer. For now, I'm going to draw the line of 178 that separates both faces of the concentric reducer. So let me do that right now. I come to line, I draw a line of 178. Let me make it larger. Let me keep it on center line layer. So this is center line layer. Okay. Okay, so this is our line, our center line of length 178 that actually separates both faces, the 10-inch side and the 8-inch side of our concentric reducer. So this is from pipe data now. This is the 10 by 8-inch schedule 80 reducer. This is the 10-inch side, this is the 8-inch side. This separation is 178, and we've drawn this line already. So now we are going to go ahead, starting from the 8-inch. We're going to start with the 8-inch. So 8-inch. Okay, sorry, this is the 10-inch. We're going to start with the 10-inch on this side. So that, but we're going to start with the internal diameter. So let me keep it on internal diameter ID. So now, what is the internal diameter for 10-inch? Internal diameter for 10 inches is 242.82. So I draw a vertical line of 2. Make sure this is on auto mode. 242.82. Okay. And on this side, this is the 8-inch side. Internal diameter for 8 inches is 216.73. So I draw a vertical line also here of 216.73. Okay. Let me confirm that internal diameter. This is 193.7. 193.7. So this is not correct. This is not correct. Let me correct it. One 93.7. So go to put the dimension here. 193.7. So this is supposed to be 193.7. 193.7. I draw that vertical line, and I pick this line. I select the line. I go to move. I pick it up. I'm going to from the midpoint, from the center. So I click on it from the center. I move it down to the end of this line. Make sure that midpoint snaps are turned on. I select this line as well. I right click, go to move. I pick it up from the midpoint as well and drop it at the end of that line. Okay. So now, right now, I have the reducer. Or it wasn't even necessary to do all this. All I would have just done, let me delete this. It's not compulsory I do this. So now, this is my reducer. I want to construct my reducer on this line. So I'm going to change from front view. So change from front view now on your view control. Change from front to southwest isometric. This is our line of 178. So what we're going to do is that we're going to draw the face of the reducer. The 10-inch side is going to be a cycle. It's circular. So we move over here. We'll take a cycle, center diameter. We come here. We try to draw the cycle, but it is not facing the correct direction. So how do we make it to face the correct direction? We're going to look at our cube. So what we're going to do is that make sure this is on southwest ISO. Come to your coordinates over here. Change your coordinate from front to world. Then now look at the cube. This cube over here. Which direction? The cycle you want to draw, which direction is it facing? Look at this cube. Is it facing front? Is it facing left? Is it facing top? It is actually facing the left. Look at it properly. So to make it face the left when you're drawing it, you come over here to where you have coordinates, your coordinate section, your ribbon, and you are going to change it from world to left. Now we can go ahead and draw our cycle for the internal diameter of the 10-inch pipe, which is 242.82. So we'll draw center diameter 242.82 there. Press enter, and it is drawn. Now we're going to draw the internal diameter of the 8-inch side here, which is 193.7. So we're going to draw a circle of 193.7. Since we've already set it, we don't need to set it again. 193. This is 193.7. Enter. So this is the 10-inch side. This is the 8-inch side for internal diameters. Now we're going to draw the outer diameters since we've drawn the internal diameters. So let me copy this in case I want to use it again. So now the outer diameter of the 10-inch is actually 273.1. So I go to cycle, I take center diameter, I start drawing. Okay, let me change the layer to layer for outer diameter, OD, so as to be able to distinguish the color easily. So now I come over here, center diameter, I draw from this side, I type 273.1, I press enter, and that cycle is drawn. Now for the 8-inch side, what is the outer diameter of 8-inch schedule? 80. That is, it is 219.1. So I'm going to draw that. Center diameter, come here, 219.1. I press enter, and it has been drawn. So now, how do I create the 3D? How do I model it into 3D? What I'm going to do is, I'm going to come here to the modeling section in the ribbon. The first part is the modeling section. So what I have there currently is sweep. Yours will likely going to be extrude. So I've already used that, is why it's on sweep. Okay, I used it not long ago. So I'm looking for the only thing that can convert this thing to a 3D model is a command called loft. Sweep command will not be able to convert it. Extrude command can do it. Revolve command can do it. So we need the loft command. So I click on the drop down arrow below sweep here. I click on loft. Now it tells me to select cross section in lofting order. So I'm going to loft the inner diameter to the inner diameter. So I loft the inner diameter of the 8-inch pipe to the inner diameter of the 10-inch pipe. So I click on the 8-inch cycle and I'll click on the 10-inch cycle for the inner diameters. And I get to this point. I am told to select cross sections in lofting order. I've done it already. Now, for me to get the next set of command, I have to press enter on my keyboard. I press enter. So now it now tells me enter an option, guide, path, cross section only. My option is cross section only. I'm only lofting cross section. That is the option. So I click on cross section. And now the inner diameter has been lofted for my concentric reducer. It remains the outer. So I go back to loft. I click on loft on my ribbon. Click on loft. I click on the outer diameter of the 10-inch side. I click on the outer diameter of the 8-inch side. And to change, get the set command, I press enter on my keyboard. I press cross section only. I'm lofting just cross section. So let me change this to wireframe. This is supposed to be, okay, the inner diameter is supposed to be on a different layer. So let me change that to the layer. That is ID. Okay. So now what do I do? Let me move from wireframe to realistic. My concentric reducer is produced, but there's a problem. It is not open. This side is not open. This side is not open. How do I open it? I'm going to use the subtract command. So I come to the solid editing section of my ribbon here. This command here, where my cursor is open, is called the solid subtract tool. I click on that. Before clicking, make sure you change this from realistic to wireframe. So I go back, I click on subtract. Now subtract works in this way. What what we want to subtract is the inner part, the inner diameter, the inner part of the reducer. Form from the part form from the inner diameter, internal diameter. So when you want to subtract, we want to keep the outer. So we're going to click on subtract, click on the outer, press enter, then click on the inner, press enter, and the subtraction will be done. So here I go again, I click on subtract, I click on the outer part of the shape, outer diameter part of the shape, I press enter, I click on the inner diameter part, I press enter, and subtraction has been done. As you see, it has changed color to one color. That is the color on the layer. So how do we confirm that it has actually been subtracted? We go to wireframe, 2D wireframe, change that from 2D wireframe to realistic, and you can actually see the hole here. You can actually see the hole. So let me make it clearer to you. So I use orbits to turn it, and you can see that there is a hole here. There is a great hole. So let's move back to front elevation. So you can actually see the concentric reducer. Is it like the full? It looks like the full sum of a bucket. So right now, I've actually come to the end of our lesson for today. So please go over the tutorial more than once. Have a clear understanding. I'm really delighted that you joined my tutorial. I thank you for your time, well spent. And please subscribe to this channel, like the video, drop a comment. You can also chat me up on WhatsApp on +2348038295185. Thank you and bye. We're going to meet in the next lesson. Thank you.